Has anyone ever posed the following question to you? What is your spirit animal? A spirit animal is thought to hold a particular quality that could help you navigate life with a bit more ease, faith, and confidence. These animals usually embody similar characteristics to humans. For example, people who are loyal and curious may claim a golden retriever as their spirit animal. For the ancient Egyptians, one such example of their spirit animal for them was an unlikely one, a hippopotamus. Most popularly known as William, William the hippopotamus is an Egyptian faience miniature statue that sits proudly as the Metropolitan Museum of Art's unofficial mascot. This statuette was created in 1961 to 1878 BC in the Middle Kingdom of Egypt. Standing at just 11.2 centimeters high and 20 centimeters in length, this miniature hippopotamus consists of merely a rounded body with other rotund features, like its portly legs and protruding head. Adorning William's body is a pattern of decorative flowers drawn carefully in black ink. William the hippopotamus is made of faience, which is a ceramic material that is made from grinding up quartz into a powder and using it to create a glaze. William's aquamarine blue hue comes from traces of copper in the quartz. All of William's exterior is smooth and polished, which contributes to his endearing and gentle appearance, as he has no sharp edges or rough textured skin. This quality is attributed to the glossy glaze of the blue faience. It is shiny and sleek, adding to his attractiveness and inviting nature. A slight squint to William's eyes, an ever so slight downward turn to the edges of his mouth, are reminiscent of that of an actual hippopotamus. Hippos are known to be aggressive and are very stealthy in the wild. They need to be alert for feeding opportunities and ward off other species that encroach on their territory. William's expressions hint that he is on the prowl. The lines that outline his features are of stark black ink, distinguishing his features from the mere form of his body. In the same black ink, his body is embellished with decorative drawings of the leaves, stems, and flowers of a lotus plant. All of the lines adorning William's body were delicately painted using thin strokes and petite dots. These are not the only details that bring William to life. The artist of this statue carefully and purposefully added wrinkles on William's toes and cast him with protruding eyebrows and neck rolls, all of which execute a sense of realism and naturalism. The statue also very accurately conveys the correct proportion of a lifelike hippopotamus, with its head harmoniously agreeing with the size of its rounded body and stumpy legs attached as if it were a living animal. This statuette was created in the 12th dynasty, which occurred during the years of 1961 to 1878 BC. It was noted that the figure was found within the tomb of the nomarch Senbi II at Mer. This was an Upper Egyptian burial site that is located near the modern city Asoyut. In ancient Egypt, the hippopotamus was an extreme threat to boats who wished to travel through the Nile River, and also were capable of harming people who were farming and working on the riverbanks. These natural beasts were represented by the goddess named Taret, and ancient peoples made offerings to her in many forms, but most notably represented her using a hippopotamus as a motif. Taret was the goddess of fertility, so Egyptians made offerings to her with the hope that she would be satisfied and placated. It was not uncommon that statues and artwork were created in order to make peace with the holy gods. William the hippopotamus was most likely an example of such an offering, placed in tombs in hopes that the god it was representing would give the people good fortune. William was added to the tomb to ensure that the dead would prosper when they would later then be reborn. The lotus plant is known to represent regeneration because they open and close their petals each and every day. This flora, being part of William, is a testament to the ever-desired phenomenon of rebirth, making this addition to his body a very fitting and inspirational one. Now, although hippopotami were a threat to those working around the Nile, the blue glaze that enrobes William highlights the beauty and importance of the Nile River. The shining glaze reminds those of the glistening river water, which aided in every aspect of the native people's lives. The river was a source of food, transportation, sustenance, and without water, life would have not been sustained. This juxtaposition between the deadliness of the actual beast itself versus the prosperity that it is represented in the hue of the glaze itself is very influential in the relationship between life and death in ancient times. Although the hippopotamus is a powerful and sometimes dangerous creature, the intention of him being placed in a tomb as a ceremonial and helpful creature highlights the strengths that he symbolizes. His glossy blue coating that represents the Nile River and its ability to sustain life makes me think of my ability to want to help and support others in their endeavors. I am most proud of the people who I surround myself with, and pride myself in trying to do what I can in order for them to be well in the long run. With this being said, however, a lesson I am slowly learning to master is that of taking care of myself before taking care of others. The dichotomy of the hippopotamus being a beastly and destructive creature, coupled with the fact that he was created to assist the dead, is one that I believe demonstrates the above skill. In the living world, the hippo fends for its life at the cost of humans, but in the afterlife, it is used to help those succeed in rebirth. To me, the hippo is a representation of making sure that you yourself flourish, but also having those you care about in mind as well. William the hippopotamus is a very exemplary of Egyptian art, offering many symbols that have connections to not only the time it was created, but to now as well. William has stood the test of time and continues to tell the story of a great Egyptian beast, one that caused the people of the Nile not only turmoil, but a sense of eternal peace in the afterlife.